Good morning. I'm hiking along Arizona's Black Canyon Trail, and I'm going to pause here, take a break, and talk some anime. Animation runner Kuromi. Animation runner Kuromi is a pair of deliciously funny comedy OVAs released in North America by US Manga Corps. The first OVA, from 2001, introduces us to perky Mikiko Oguro. She's a fresh-out graduate of an animation school arriving for her first day on a new job at a studio. She shows up right on time and in her best business suit, only to discover there's no one in the office ever coming in on time, and dress is, well, really casual. Mikiko is soon given the nickname Kuromi, and the job doesn't quite turn out to be what she expected.
But none of it's done yet. Oh, it's not good at all.
Help me.
Good luck, Kuromi! Good luck!
Wait a second! Mr. Opama!
Opama's been working with a bleeding ulcer. Today's his last day. He won't be coming back.
What?
He was managing the project all by himself. He needed a successor before he could quit. You, my dear, are that successor.
A successor? Ah! Successor!
Of course. I told him not to die before you got here. Kuromi, I hope you know how bad it would be to miss our broadcast time slot. Here's your business card.
So, Kuromi finds herself in charge of coordinating the production of an anime called Time Journeys, wheedling work out of a diverse collection of animators and personalities with unusual work habits. That includes the quiet and competent animation director, an overweight figurine collector, an insecure matron, a newlywed housewife, and good old Mr. Dependable. And they have to do it all in time to meet an impossible work schedule to meet the air date. The sequel, Animation Runner Kuromi 2, was made 3 years later, and it was released on a separate DVD by USMC. It continues the story of Kuromi in the studio, where the workload gets even tougher as they add new anime series to their schedule. The boss brings in a hired consultant to help manage things, and he starts elbowing Mikiko aside to do things his own way.
What's this idiot doing here?
I heard his last crew threw themselves off a roof like a bunch of lemmings.
What the hell was the boss thinking?
You know, I really hate to say this, but if we don't pick up the pace, we'll never finish on time. Do you smell what I'm cooking, folks? I know you haven't had true supervision, so I understand. It's what I do. Call it a gift, but things are gonna change.
The best thing I could say about any comedy is that it made me laugh, and this one made me laugh a lot. Kuromi is winsome, earnest, and energetic. She's wrestling with the responsibilities that are familiar to just about anyone who's worked in an office job. The story is set in an animation studio, but I would argue that the humor is not specific to the animation industry. One of the animators, True, is a collector of figurines and plush dolls, and Kuromi does have strong childhood memories of an anime called Louis Mon III, an obvious Lupin III reference. So there are some special hooks for anime fans. But the humor really isn't specific to animation and would be familiar to just about anyone who's ever worked in a general office environment. Kuromi's experiences would all relate to many other fields. Any industry that works to a creative schedule, whether it's animation, fashion, computer software, or organizing events. Everyone can think of counterparts to these animators and their foibles, ridiculous schedules, and arbitrary management decisions. You can think of things like this in your own office. So, Animation Runner Kuromi's humor is fairly universal. The USMC dub worked pretty well for me, which I think is good because timing is everything in comedy, and I think dubs preserve the timing better than subtitles do. The OVAs have nothing that would bother a child, though I don't think they'd appreciate the office humor. These two OVAs are 40 and 50 minutes long, respectively. They're released separately on a different DVD. The first DVD comes with a commentary track by the director, and the second has an extra as an interview with the director. Overall, I give Animation Runner Kuromi 4 stars. It's a really funny comedy, and you can't ask for better than that. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jason over at the Anime Review for turning me on to Animation Runner Kuromi. Thanks for listening.